I don't care about you. I don't care. Don't care about you. Don't care about you. I don't care about any of that. I want to have some money to sign him though. I want to sign Nate. Trying to sign my man Nate. Jordan Reed, he ain't even a threat. Not anymore. He on the DL. Big Ben. Richard Sherman. Aaron Donald. Wait, he's a what? What? Big Ben's a punter? What? And Sherman was a wide receiver. Well, how often does that happen? I'm serious. Once I start the playoffs, I won't put Nick Foles. Hey, okay. I should put Nicky Foles right now. I would have been gone, bro. Alright, X. Complete. Ooh. Ooh. Keep it 100. Keep it 100. First, no. Continue. Ah, okay. Come on now, let's go. Touchdown. Here we go. 120. Touchdown for your boy. Oh well. Oh, he stayed up too. Got it. Oh, okay.
Hey, you know what, guys? That was pretty damn good. And you know what gets me really excited? You haven't even reached the top of your
was
potential
good.
yet. Not even close. Each and every one of you
Here we go, here we go.
Challenge and see if you can find that next level.
Pick 6. Let's go. Interception. There we go. There we go. No. Ugh. Okay. Cover 2. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Got him. Alright. This is gonna be the hard part. Yes. Yes. Interception. Yes. Yeah, you would have sacked my dude. Got him. Let's go. Got him. All right, one more down. Here we go. Yes, there we go. There we go.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go.
Here we go. Third down. Ugh. You got that. Oh, that would have been another pick. Pick 6. Third and goal, I think. Yeah. Ugh. 4th and goal. At the 2. Yes! There we go. There we go. Skip. Oh, excuse me. Alright, here we go, Upgrade players. Just be 12-0. Monday night. Zach Ertz. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Malcolm Jenkins. Nigel. Darby, he hurt though.
All right, Coach. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look
I get
there
the ball
at
first.
Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA.
Yes, the Saints beat
Tonight,
Dallas.
the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the Washington
They should have beat them
Redskins
in the first
and the
place.
Philadelphia Eagles.
They should have beat them in the first place.
They go play action here on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
That was fast.
Just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw in that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because
On the
they're back on
road
their
to
heels right away, wondering where it's going to
victory.
come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well
Wow,
coached, and extremely
52 to
confident in what they do.
35. The
This will be
Chargers.
And not a bad return return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
All right, here we go.
The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
I'm not surprised the Giants here.
And now 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed
Miami.
right from the start.
He just about
Buffalo.
ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 8.
Oh, he got hurt now.
Time to be called here as we got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. From the gun, here's Smith. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Timmy Jernigan in there to drop it for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the pass.
But what are you
they
doing?
Would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
I was like, you sure? Wait.
And out now come the Eagles. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
First
so
down.
even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A first down for the Eagles. Wins fighting the former Raven Wallace.
Someone sharp in this.
Oh, yeah,
game.
he back
touchdown
now.
Pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. They hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. There are the numbers last week for Jay Ajayi. 9 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute them. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game.
Let's go.
The optimum number would be 20+.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think
I
a lot
do
of
that
times
all
confidence
day.
just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's
Oh, you want me?
Oh. Sending out the reminder that, yeah, look.
They want me to get a passing
I
touchdown.
can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to.
Next time,
The PAT, and that'll make the score 14-7.
E-A-G-L-E-S-E. I was at this game, though.
This is
I
taken as
think.
4.
No, I was not
actually.
actually. I think I was. They won this game, though.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half.
They
This
won
becomes
this
a pretty
game.
important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start.
That was
and
me.
typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Defense. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep.
Wow,
into
the
their script.
Vikings beat
I
the
think they'll stay with it.
Patriots.
I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
By
and
4.
try and generate some offense on this drive.
That is
Anything, at least 3
interesting.
points, get that 0 off the board. 5 yards on the pickup.
That is so interesting. We need the Vikings to lose every night.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
What? What?
Down, but not before he takes it across the 40.
Wow. What was that, though?
From a week ago, 15 carries, 55 yards.
And how about that momentum run right there? Personally,
what
I do
that?
is I get right back to the line of scrimmage. I come right back at him before they get settled. He's locked in a little bit now. I'll guarantee he wants the ball again.
Another one? Wow. What? Oh, that's not me. Okay.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Man, I'm about to blow this.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Got him.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers.
He missed, yes.
Like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is
what was that?
And he works.
He did not have to spin.
Up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success.
He did not have to do that.
Run sets up
he just
a
had
very
to get the first.
Second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Oh, I had Jeffrey.
Inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there.
I
this
had
one
Jeffrey.
goes for 20.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to spring the
oh!
completion.
What?
Cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Okay. Now he's hurt now.
On second down, here's Wentz.
Oh!
Throw there is incomplete.
That is not who I want to throw to.
And that'll make it third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure.
That is not who I want to throw
and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. He may try and run for this, and he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Able to convert on fourth to bring up first and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there.
Foot contusion.
And you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, so you have to be definite about your decision about where to go.
A foot contusion. Wow.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind.
And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes, and the Eagles add on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Elliott Elliott now to kick this one away.
Touchback.
And this will not be returnable.
27-9
for a touchback.
They beat the
Washington as
they
come
beat
onto
the
field.
Chiefs.
And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores.
Wow.
A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
2 minutes remain here in the first half.
All right.
We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Coming
Philly.
up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On third down, that's Thompson. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a
What was
play.
that?
But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10.
He just spin move.
Wentz now on first down. Ooh, the juke. He finds Aguilar over the middle.
He did a spin move, and that was it.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
Carson Wentz is hurt.
To really cap
Wow.
First half here as they
Okay.
come up on first and goal.
It don't matter.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. A first throw for the backup Foles. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those.
That's fine. I was gonna put
Foles
Foles in
Team
anyway.
a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Elliott good with a PAT. And a route is on here in this first half.
Elbow. I'll keep Foles in there.
Elliott now to kick this one away.
I'll keep Foles in.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go
Can I
again.
get a sub?
For him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
That's the bottom line.
That running game yet. The question is, will they? Line of
It's
scrimmage
Stone
again, the
Cold
25,
says so.
2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Smith again. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it'll bring up third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Here's Tressway now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Sproles, the return. Sproles so quick and agile. We have hit halftime still. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
But Jonathan
Both teams
Coachman.
appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number
Bach
3.
and wreck.
This one fielded at the 5.
Nice
work on
he
the
would have been
return as
gone.
they start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
He would have been going.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come on the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best
Oh,
no matter what it says
I
on
could
the
have picked that off.
trying to get him the football.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Would have been a
Trying
pick
to get their
six.
tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you.
What was that?
Made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big time
He just threw it to the
Now
ground.
yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be
The
down
2.
inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
The 2.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the
What?
second half.
Why's
They have
Carson
the lead
back
here.
in there?
Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take
Said he
control
was
right
hurt.
away.
He got the
Defense,
lead, yeah.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. A check so far. The defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Wentz now to throw.
Oh!
It's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now Thompson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the...
Okay.
14-yard line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Again, a run with Thompson.
Get him, thank
This
you.
one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So I get this in
So they
there.
get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape.
Oh, come on, bro.
Believe that even in a long distance
That would have been a
situation, they
pick.
still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them.
Oh, my God.
And down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Play action. Now Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's third down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Ertz over the middle.
No!
They're able to bring him down at the 20. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Here we go on fourth down with Wentz.
Oh my! Okay.
Incomplete. Boy, a real head scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle.
I ain't playing Carson in the next game.
Might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a third down. The Redskins on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Set, line, 80.
They'll try and get it with Geis.
Get
And he has the
him
before he's tackled at the 5.
Oh my goodness.
That sets up a 1st and goal.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Back to throw, Smith. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Smith.
Oh my gosh! Y'all suck. I swear.
Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh,
Y'all suck.
You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually.
Oh my gosh.
I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And this is Ertz with it, right side. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Foles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They run with Ajayi. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a
oh my God.
into the air.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
This is why he
situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Thank you.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just
what is okay.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Yes.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So
he was literally right there.
Over here on the punt, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Foles. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
What?
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Ajayi. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That was not an
Despite the blitz, is still
incompletion.
able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open.
It's the flag for it.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Yes.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh, wow.
Losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's
Congratulations.
And it'll be second down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Given up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. Now Foles. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a
Oh,
chance
is he
to
not
let
it?
it develop
He's
a
not
little
in
bit,
here.
you
Well,
can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll set up to throw.
Lord have mercy.
Intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. He's at the 50. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
This is why I hate the.
Fourth quarter pick.
This is why I hate playing this.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a
Neutral
bad
zone
play on
infraction.
one hand, a good
Defense.
play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Eagles have recovered.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15
Face
more.
mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face
Automatic
mask.
first down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're march off another 15 against your squad.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now it's Ajayi. And it's
Lord,
been like this all night
have
long.
mercy.
Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And they take a knee. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Eagles, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll hit the...
I'm the big homie now. Don't forget that. I'm the big homie now. I got my spawn, Louis Vuitton, truck in the front. What are you doing? I look so good. Don't call me up. She wanna this and I'm Buick. I pull it up. They wanna we gon' get. What are we doing? I got a crib. They gon' get to it. I got a to my family. Straight out of Clayco. Thought I was sweet, just like a Fago. But I had all on my payroll. Watch how I move, just like a rayon. 64 chain, just like a crayon. I bought a hat, one with the A on. Put on, told her to stay on. I had a paper tag on 3 on. I had the top drop with the free on. I told them Deuce one like Dion. I say Deuce one like Dion. I go Bruce Wayne on your peon. Shit, with the Falcon true. Had more than a lineman. I should got a Heisman too. Sugar, they hiking that. Hike, check like a Nike hat. Yo, I got the Midas pack. Told her quiet, relax. I got my on the other line. I'm not bipolar but borderline. I just might switch lane, drop it off, go back, get. That's all she want, hot wing. For some hot wing, for American deli. For some eye cream, she just want her 20 piece. All flats with the lemon pepper. I was the first one to put her in the fur clad. Get you together. They never flow before. Try to come through security with some tennis shoes on. Take off real big boss music. Big boss music, big boss music. That big boss music, big boss music. That big boss music, big boss music. Big boss music, big boss music. Big boss music, big boss music. Big boss music, you better get used to it. Ain't no falling off, going straight up. You better get used to it. I need a raise, ain't taking pay cuts. You better get used to it. 100 for a verse, 100 for a show. You better get used to it. Every 10 on mill on the low. I'm all about the bag, no need to brag. Ring cost a jag, dress to the back like a shag. Like in a mag, I'm all up and down. They calling me Flair, they calling me DiBiase. My girl ballin' to a Russian. 2 chains time for Versace. They don't sell them in Foot Locker. Curve game on blue blocker. South side with an F. F stand for a few options. Dealership on do auctions. Clothes, I need a new closet. My new watch is Moonwalk. This something I don't do often. They never flow before. Try to come through security with some tennis shoes on. Take off real big boss music. Big boss music, big boss music. I'm the big homie that big boss music, big boss music. I'm the big homie. That big boss music, big boss music. Big boss music, big boss music. Big boss music, big boss music. Big boss music.
Can't believe it, bro. This is why I can't play this.
All right, get moving, man. I don't want
He's starting to play like the real though. They suck. They are terrible. Oh, wow. Wow. man. This making me mad. I can't. I can't, bro. No! Oh my god.
Hey man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. The game is really starting to slow down for you, isn't it? I can't wait to see what you're gonna do on Sunday. Good job.
Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm proud to get it, but I still mean it. They've been trying to screw me, but I've been a genius. Caddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now?
Xavier Woods.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys.
They should have won this game, too.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline.
I kid you not, they should have won this game.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And
Yes!
He lost the football.
Yes!
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Oh, my gosh.
Incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Wow.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back
Wow,
of the
the
end zone
Chiefs
for a
lost
touchback.
again.
And now here come the Cowboys. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Back to throw here. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
What?
And he's such a talented tight end. Just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm.
Get this man. Thank
I
you.
like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Started to look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now Sproles.
Oh, wow.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll begin the drive with a J. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes our score 17-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
Get it, get it, get it, get it. Oh.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, my.
And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, That's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Cowboys will turn it over now to Dan Bailey for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
13. Let's go!
They'll try and start this drive in the end.
Oh, my.
Incomplete. The
My
rookie had it and
goodness.
lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, my
That was dangerous.
goodness.
Thrown into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively, you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 23 yards on the play. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite.
What?
Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On the left side, he finds Beasley.
My God!
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Oh, terrible.
The Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Ajayi. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here. And a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And the kick by Elliott is good. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Okay.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He'll look to throw. Hurts over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
Here's Ajayi. Oh, what a move. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now back to throw. And he can't find a receiver.
Lord, have mercy.
Jamarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
How you dropped
right
it?
now on this drive.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal.
Get him! Thank
in this
you.
Case, it's been 3s.
Like, get this man.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through.
I'm
He's one of those tough
disappointed,
guys
bro.
that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
A first down carry by Elliott. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available. Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Oh, well.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them.
They're trying to get it.
Oh, my God.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he's going to take this.
I'm sick of fools right now.
One back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And that is incomplete.
Y'all can't catch now.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding third and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Wentz to throw on second down. They'll roll him out.
Oh, the ball.
He's taken down. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing is Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now Prescott. This one caught by Beasley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A Dallas first down. Prescott hook it up with Beasley. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Left side, Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, Prescott throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And now it's 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them. And not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And again, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He hits Beasley right side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Get like a money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I say, baby,
oh man.
He said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like
I got 3 games left.
money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back.
That first round bye.
They look like bridesmaids, and they all so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He made sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof for collect. back, money back, money back,
Damn,
money back.
sharp.
From the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they
Ray Lewis.
All right, get moving, man. I don't want to see anyone walking around. Winners do not walk.
What?
The pressure is on. This one is for the gold.
Oh, well.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. The game is really starting to slow down for you, isn't it? I can't wait to see what you're going to do on Sunday. Good job.
Oh, well. At 4th and 1. Oh, well.
think it's my fault. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from feeling all kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see